Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I'm out doing a video test drive on a 2003 Cadillac Deville. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you how to see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, it's meant to be a sneak peek at how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So, we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. I just went to fill this up with gas, so I know, first thing I know about it is the gas gauge is not right, but I'll show you that when we get inside, and otherwise we will take a look around it. So here we go. Alright, pretty white, so it's a pretty nice looking car. It's got a little bit of rust on it. Let's see, just right here you got a little bit of rust bubbling up underneath. Tires are really good, probably 75% in the rear would be my guess. Other than that, just like random, just little body dings and scratches and stuff. Nothing huge, nothing big. The front tires are really good as well, so about 75%. So they've been recently replaced would be my guess. Back here, it looks good as well. This is just part of a magnet that I need to finish taking off, so that should be gone. There was a magnet on there, and it was falling off, and so I half finished taking it off, and then I didn't finish taking it off. This side looks pretty good as well. Looks like we're missing a hubcap right there, but so you got 3 hubcaps and you're missing 1. Inside, looks like it's in good condition. I did put in all the seat belts, so all the seat belts work. Needs a little bit of vacuuming, but not bad. But all the interior looks good. The headliner's all intact, no rips or tears, anything like that. So front seats, got that third seat right there, so this seat's 6. Got heated seats, which I'll see if these lights come on. I don't know if I can see that or not. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so those lights come on, so I'm assuming the passenger side heated seats work. I don't know for certain because I'm not sitting in it, but I'm assuming it works because the lights come on. Up here in the front, looks pretty decent. We still have a Cadillac emblem on here. A lot of times those get stolen. Please don't steal my Cadillac emblem. Okay, under here, you've got your motor. It sounds like it's okay. It looks like it might have a little bit of a misfire. There are no codes coming up on it. Looks like it might be running a little bit rough, but the oil was good and clean. I checked all the fluids earlier. I'll pull this up right here. I mean, obviously your level is not going to be good with it running like this, and I probably can't hold this thing straight. But your color was a good color. It was a darker golden clear. Does that make sense? So it's not like a golden, but it was a darker golden clear. I know that's like a complete oxymoron, but all of your fluids were in good condition. I don't think I had to add anything, so I think we were good there. I just power washed it to make it look not dusty. So other than that, and that might be part of your little your rough running is the power washing, but because I don't know if it did that before, but we'll see. First thing, this driver's door handle, it does not work. So you have to open from the outside for right now. I do want to get this ordered, but I have not ordered it yet because I want to make sure, before I order this, I want to make sure that there's nothing else inside the door broken. I don't want to order that and then find out that the cable's broken and not the handle. So I haven't ordered that yet. I'm hoping to do that. So if I do get that done, I will put that in the description. So, but there's that. We've got heated seats on this side, and those appear to work as well. The lights come on. We'll see how those work on my seat. But the power locks, they do work. I've had to use those. So, like I said, the fuel gauge does not work. I thought it did, and I thought it just had low fuel, and so I was gonna go get gas, and then I got back in, and it was full, and it's not full. So just assume nothing. Usually, what I do when that doesn't work, it's probably a fuel tank sending unit, and usually it's on the fuel pump. I don't know if it's different on a Cadillac, but usually what I do is I fill up my tank, and then I go a certain amount of miles, and then I fill it up again. This one, I reset my trip meter. I put 15 gallons in, which divided by $3.17 is 4.5 gallons roughly. Let's say you get 10 miles. Let's just on a rough scale, let's say you get 10 miles to the gallon, 4.5 gallons, so 45 miles. So at 45 miles, you got to put more gas in. You know, you should hopefully you get more than 10 miles. I mean, you probably should get about 20 miles. So between, you know, 45 and 90 miles, you put more gas in. So that's kind of how that works. That's how I do it anyways, because I'm too cheap to put in a fuel pump sending unit just for a stupid gauge. So that's just me. I do things kind of the way that I would do them if it was my car. So there's that. So you do have a service tire monitor light on there. I do believe that is actually the sensors, because I filled it up with I filled up all the tires with air. I put them all at 40, and if it was the tires, then you know that would have cleared out by now. But we have 146,000 miles on here. We've got an ABS light, a brake light, and a traction control light. None of those codes came up on here. You can see there's no check engine codes. So that is going to be a code for, it's going to be like an ABS code on my bigger reader. So when I get my bigger reader out, I will probably take pictures of that, and I'll just take pictures of whatever it is. It's probably a speed sensor or something. We've got, let's see, and the lights don't actually do that, by the way. They don't actually flicker. So we've got, see, this says you've got 71% engine oil life left. So whoever owned the car before, if they reset that, I'm assuming that's kind of what they did. See, that says 20 psi left rear tire life. I don't think that's accurate, and none of the others are reading, so I'm guessing that's just wrong. Ooh, let's 100% tranny fluid life left. I'm going to reset that. Oh, dang it, quit going past that. I'm gonna reset this one. Okay, so now I got about 15 gallons in there. So if you, not 15 gallons, about 4.5 gallons. So that should tell you. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know how much is in there. So I don't know. Anyways, I spent a lot of time on that. So we're gonna go over here. Obviously, you can hear the radio. It works. Wait, that's pushing the wrong button. Radio works. We're gonna do the air conditioner. I don't want the AC off. I want the AC on. There's that. My brain is not functioning. Why is my brain not functioning? So that is on. I'm assuming that means the AC is on. I'm at 60. Oh, it feels like it's on. That's cold. So AC works. We're gonna say the AC works. I'm gonna turn it on to 90. I think we still want it inside. And so we're gonna check our heat and make sure our heat works. We've already checked our radio. I got a tape deck for, you know, if you want to do all that stuff. And okay, we'll check our windows. Driver's side window works. Passenger side window, it also works. Rear passenger side window works. And rear driver's side window works. So with that, we are going to go take it for a drive. My heated seat, I told you I was going to tell you if it worked. It does work. It's on and it's hot. So We're gonna put it in drive and we're going to go for a drive. Woo, it's got power. I'm gonna pick up my Monster so that we don't have Monster all over the car. And one thing I noticed, I drove these up at the auction just when we bought them. One thing I noticed when I got in this car was just the smoothness of it. Like you could just, I don't know, it just felt like a Cadillac. You just, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but I know, you know, most people can understand, you know, what I'm talking about. When you get in a car, when you get in a Lincoln or a Cadillac or one of the luxury vehicles and you just kind of sail in it. And this one definitely does that. So it drives smooth. There's no suspension noise. There's no bouncing or any rough suspension or anything like that. It drives very well. And my heat, so it's heating up. I've got heat and it works. I'm going 57 miles an hour and it's just driving smooth. I'm going to turn my cruise on and let's see, set. So I've got cruise. You can see that works. And you can see it down here. My light, I don't think it's on. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. It might be on, but it doesn't, it's not very bright. But the cruise does work. I'm going to turn the heat back down. And when I talked to the guy at the auction when I went up to check on these things, he said he let this thing run for an hour and a half because everybody always worries about the North Star motor. You know, you always, oh my gosh, the North Star motor, and it's a legit concern. I get it, but he's like, yeah, that's a good one. I let that thing run for an hour and a half, and so you know, not that really tells you anything about today or tomorrow or whatever, but it's a little bit of history, a little bit of assurance that, you know, he let it run for an hour and a half, and I've driven it now twice. I've been driving this for at least 20 minutes, and it's still just right in the middle, doing just fine. Left turn signal works, right turn signal works, windshield wipers work, windshield wiper fluid works. So I think we've got just about everything tested and just about everything that works. Is there anything that we did not test? The only thing that I think that did not work was the fuel gauge. And there is this sticker up here. I don't know if you can see that. There's a couple miles. So it looks like oil changes, you know, it's been maintained. This one, by date, it's due in like 2 days. By miles, it's not due for another 3,000 miles or so. So it's been maintained. It's got a good oil change on it. So I will check those codes on the ABS brake traction control. Oh, that's one of the other things. And so the door handle, the ABS brake traction control codes, and the fuel gauge. Other than that, it really seems like a really solid car. So if you've got any questions, feel free to hit them at me. I'll do the best I can to answer them. And if I can't answer them, I'll ask Matt and then blame it on him when he can't answer them. So that's it. My phone number is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.